Hi guys, I've got Max Whitehead from Whitehead Group with me. One of the new legislation that gone through it's the family violence and the 2 weeks holiday, 2 weeks basically off for the family violence. Can you explain to us how the legislation work and how it's going to affect the employers?
Certainly, this one really came under the radar, Brad, where I don't think a lot of employers are fully aware of their obligations here. Now, the primary obligation is if you've got an employee that comes to you and says, I've been exposed to domestic violence, then the obligation of the employer then is to show a lot of empathy, first off. But if that person has notified you of such, they can seek from you at any time to take time off work on pay whenever they like. Now, that's a big call because if you know, under the Holidays Act, employees are entitled to take holidays only really when the employer says it's convenient. But this is different. Now, it's a big pill to swallow for you guys because if they said, for example, I was abused as a child and I'm feeling traumatized at the moment, then you're going to have to give them that time off. So, for example, in the peak time or under the stress time of Christmas time or whatever it might be, just before Christmas, they could actually seek a further 2 weeks paid holidays. So you've got to be careful. That means that those employees will be entitled to 6 weeks paid holidays per year. 4 of them will be their normal annual holidays, but 2 of them they can get on top, and that's every year thereafter. So you be careful of that. Now, you have a right as employers to go and seek or ask that employee to prove that they're actually being subjected to domestic violence. Now, you're thinking, well, that's going to be very difficult. I think the possibilities are there's still to be tested in law. That employee will be able to go to a doctor, as they do now for sick leave, and get a certificate. So be cautious of that one because it could sneak up on you. I've publicly stated that it could be up for abuse, and the world's come down on me in saying how harsh I was because I'm saying that people subjected to domestic violence could be underhand. Not at all, not at all. But what you do need to do is be very cautious of this.
So if any of the employees or employers, both sides, have any issue with this legislation, because it's quite blurry, it's not really clear how you can prove it, what you have to do as an employer, and as you said, hasn't been tested in a court. So it would be interesting how it's going to go. So if they have any problem, can they contact you in a Whitehead Group and seek advice?
Certainly, they can call me anytime. My name's Max Whitehead. You Google the name, you'll find it. Otherwise, you can call me on 0800 24/7 9393. So thank you, and you're welcome to call me. I'll give you free initial advice.